So what is subject-verb agreement? The term itself makes the meaning clear. The basic rule is the verb of a sentence must always agree or match with the subject in number and person. For example, they go for a walk every evening, or he goes for a walk every evening. So in the first sentence, the verb go comes with the subject they, whereas in the second sentence, the verb goes will come with the subject he. So what is a subject? The subject of a sentence is the noun, pronoun, group of nouns or a group of words acting together. The subject may be plural or singular. The most important rule of subject-verb agreement is if the subject, that is the noun or pronoun, is singular, the verb must be singular, and if it is plural, the verb must be plural. So what do we mean when we say subject is singular? It means that with them singular verbs are used. We add s or es in simple present tense. And in case of plural subject, plural verbs are used and we don't add s or es. So let's have a look at this table. As we can see, on the left we have singular subjects and on the right we have singular verbs. For example, Ramesh, he, she, it, Sanjana, my brother are singular subject that use singular verbs like is, was, has, does, goes or dances. I is an exception to the rule here. With I, we say am or was. These are singular verbs, whereas have or do are plural verbs. So let's see this table. On the left, we have plural subjects and on the right, plural verbs. We, you, they, the children, Neha and Neetu are plural subjects and are, were, have, go, do, dance are plural verbs that are used with them. I is an exception. That means I is different and does not follow the rule always. With helping verbs am and was, it follows rule as both am and was are singular verbs. But I take the plural verbs have, do, go, like, feel, even though it is singular. So singular verbs are written with s or es only in present tense. For example, she dances or he goes. And plural verbs are written without s or es only in present tense. For example, we dance or they go. So let's look at some examples. She has 3 daughters. Here, she being singular, only has could agree with she. They are collecting money for the poor. Here, they being plural, only are could agree with they. So let's understand the rules for subject-verb agreement. As a rule, in the case of personal pronouns, he, she, it take singular verbs. For example, he loves to eat ice creams. Or she likes to read books. They takes a plural verb. For example, they enjoy listening to music. You takes a plural verb every time, even when it is singular. You can refer to one person or more than one person. For example, you eat very little. We takes a plural verb in all the tenses. For example, we go to school by bus. I takes a singular verb am and was. For example, I listen to music every day. But takes a plural verb when using helping verb. Do, have, or any other verb like go, like, or dance. For example, I do my homework regularly. Or I like my new dress a lot. Where the sentence begins with there, the verb must agree with the real subject that follows it. So here are some examples of the sentences that begin with there. There are 3 girls in the car. So the subject is girls. There is a lot of sugar in the tin. So the subject is sugar. Nouns denoting food, clothing, furniture and stationery take a singular verb. For example, is stationery available here? Or has the food come? Whenever we say a pair of something, we use a singular verb. But when we use it without a pair of, we use a plural verb. For example, a pair of scissors is necessary for craft work. So is a singular verb. Scissors are necessary for craft work. So are is a plural verb. When used with uncountable noun, a lot of, plenty of take a singular verb. However, when used for countable noun, both take a plural verb. A lot of wheat has been spoiled. So wheat is uncountable. So has is being used here, that is a singular verb. A lot of boys are playing in the field. So boys is countable. So we are using are, that is a plural verb. So that's all for the rules of subject-verb agreement. Let us summarize what we have learned. The verb of a sentence must always agree or match with the subject in number and person. If subject is singular, verb is singular. If subject is plural, verb is plural. Singular verb add s or es, whereas plural verbs don't add s or es. Words like food, stationery take a singular verb. When saying a pair of something, we use a singular verb. Without use of a pair of something, we use a plural verb. When using a lot of, plenty of with countable nouns, verb is plural. And with uncountable nouns, verb is singular. So that's all for subject-verb agreement.